4 Texas school districts are about to find out what a thorough financial review by Comptroller Don Huffines looks like because he and Governor Greg Abbott are tired of administrative bloat in public education. This is Thursday, August 20th, 2026.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Welcome into this Thursday edition of the Texas Minute. If you're enjoying this daily podcast or just find it useful, I hope you'll share it with your friends and encourage them to subscribe. And if you don't like it, maybe we can just keep it between ourselves. Cool? Let's get into the news. Comptroller Don Huffines is launching a review of school district spending following a request from Governor Greg Abbott to investigate whether taxpayer dollars are reaching classrooms rather than fueling administrative bloat. 4 yet-to-be-named school districts of varying sizes and geographic locations will be examined to ensure their spending complies with state law. The governor formally requested the investigation in a letter to Huffines yesterday, citing the $105 billion that Texas spends on K-12 education and arguing that increased education funding should come with increased scrutiny. Abbott said he'll seek legislation next year requiring that school districts spend at least 70% of their funds in the classroom rather than on administrative expenses or bureaucracy. Governor Abbott pointed specifically to Austin and El Paso ISDs, where he said enrollment declined substantially between 2015 and 2025, while administrative spending per student increased. A new report from the federal government reveals that multiple entities affiliated with the Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center billed the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services for puberty blockers that they provided to minors. The HHS report is titled Wolves in White Coats. It argues that hospitals and medical providers across the United States created and sustained financially lucrative pipelines for pediatric sex-rejecting interventions. Significantly, the Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center's claims involve puberty blockers billed under endocrine disorder codes rather than gender dysphoria codes. Some of the billing by a Texas Tech provider in Amarillo includes dates in 2026. Now, that's significant because a state law took effect in 2023 that prohibits physicians from providing puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, or gender transition surgeries to minors. A Texas Tech spokesperson told Texas Scorecard that the institution is, quote, aware of and carefully reviewing the HHS report. 2 Houston area law enforcement agencies have taken action recently over employee misuse of the Flock license plate reader system. The Harris County Sheriff's Office has suspended 3 deputies' access to the Flock system over alleged questionable use of the technology. The Harris County Sheriff's Office manages 20 Flock networks countywide, totaling 480 cameras. Sheriff Ed Gonzalez said the technology has helped stop kidnappings, catch armed robbery crews, and recover stolen vehicles, but he said the technology is subject to abuse and that deputies who violate the public's trust, quote, will be held fully accountable both professionally and criminally. Meanwhile, the Deer Park Police Department announced last week an internal audit after it was found that an officer had violated department policy by misusing the system. In a bid for the Texas House, Democrat Brittany Black is hoping voters will look past her criminal history, which includes a felony cocaine conviction, a drunk driving conviction, and multiple arrests dating back nearly 2 decades. That's a lot of overlooking. She's challenging incumbent Republican Creasa Richardson for Texas House District 61, which covers portions of Collin County. You might be surprised to learn that Black's campaign didn't respond to inquiries about her criminal history. You know, if she only had some Nazi tattoos, the Democrat vetting teams would probably have run her for the U.S. Senate. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was produced by Nick Shepard and based on the original reporting of Brandon Waltons, Adam Kahn, and Michael Wilson. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now, go make it a great day.